What's up, guys? NightChasers here, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, Raider stuff. Finally doing Raider stuff. So I had all the intentions to work on the Raider on my last couple night shifts and then my whole week off. Same with the bus, but I didn't get to it, and I'll show you why. Boom. I cleaned and organized the shop finally. I'm pretty well completed. I need to clean that back wall in that corner over there and a couple more small things, but for the most part, it's getting there. My wife came over and started cleaning up the apartment as I was cleaning out this. And I picked up the sweet computer desk for the NightChasers office. So I'm pretty excited for that. My plan with this like space. So it's kind of like set up weird where I don't really have a good spot for quads. And I need to get those two quads done for summer. That's a whole nother video. And the Cavalier's gonna go right here. But I am working on getting a tire machine and a balancer. So my goal is to have the compressor in the corner, a tire machine over here, and maybe a balancer over here or right there if I can fit it. I would like to be able to start changing tires and doing stuff like that, and this is going to be the spot. So if I need to, I can pull a car in right here and do the tires so it's not out in the cold. I also have this spot to work on cars if I need it. So for the time being, until I get the equipment, the Cavalier will go in here because I got to get that Cavalier done. And yeah, there we are. So plans. I am going to do a walk around of the Raider here in a second. All right, so I'd like to get this bush guard on. The front bumper's jacked, and I've been hating the bumpers on this thing since we've got it. I'm not really sure if that LED light bar is going to stay because it won't fit in the bush guard. And I kind of want those PIAs for the OBS since one of the LED lights on the OBS aren't working. So I'm trying to figure out lighting when I get the bush guard on. After I get the bush guard on, I'll figure that out. Jerry can. Got me a jerry can and a jerry can holder for the Raider. This is the main reason why the Raider's in here. These auto hubs are annoying. They don't work half the time. I could rebuild them, I could do all that, but you know, I just decided to go with manual locking hubs. And this is the reason why my wheel bearing keeps going bad. These lock rings, these little keyways right here are sheared off, so it won't lock, it won't tighten on my wheel bearing, and it won't stay. So yeah, I need to wheel bearing on this side. I'm gonna do them both just because I have everything, so I'll do both locking hubs, all that stuff. That's the main reason why it's in here. This snorkel kit, I believe, is to a Cherokee, and you can find snorkel kits for these sometimes. They're pretty expensive though. Whereas this is like an eBay one for, I think it's a Cherokee. And the ones for these are passenger side, and the intake's on the driver's side, so I got to run all the hosing around the engine and everything to get to it. I just don't like that idea. It just could create more leaks. It could, I don't know. Just, I would like it to be on the side where the intake's on to, like, you know, minimize the amount of tubing I have in the engine bay. This doesn't really fit the greatest, as you can tell, but it's form over function. Or no, it's function over form. There you go. And it'll have a little bit of form, but just, it's mainly for function, although I don't really think I need it. I don't know if I drive through deep enough water. Either way, I have all the parts for it. I got a jet kit because it's got a Weber 38 on it now. I don't know if I even did a video about that. Maybe. I'll have to go back and look. But I have all the stuff I need. So inline filter and everything. I also have this winch. I know it's only a 2,500 pound ATV winch, but I got it for free. And there's already one on the rear. I'm hoping I can like snatch block it or some sort of pulley system to like double the pulling power and it'll work. I'm not sure. I will give it an attempt because I already have two of them and they would cost me nothing. So if they don't work, I will then upgrade to an actual winch that'll work. I also need to replace this bumper because it is floppy and I hate it, so I need to figure out a bumper for it. I need to get the rest of the old exhaust off. It's just in there dangling. But other than that, I think that's it. Oh, I have a Trail Gear battery holder and a Trail Gear 2-quart oil holder. And I need to get this thing outfitted for trails, especially for somewhere where there's no service and something happens. Like, I need to get like a off-road jack. Maybe a couple more straps. I have one nice one back there. Like a little tool kit, I just like, I don't want stuff flying around while I'm driving around. I need a reverse light of some sort. It had an LED light right up here. Here's the plug for it. But I don't like anything being mounted above roofline because we go through a lot of side-by-side and ATV trails. The next thing you know, like branches are ripping everything on the roof off. So I try to keep everything below roofline and kind of like sunk into the truck because I don't want anything hanging out. So that's the plans. I don't know what I'm gonna get done in this video. Hopefully everything. I have the time right now. It just depends on how everything goes. So I think right now what I'm gonna work on first is the wheel bearings and the locking hubs, because those are what's keeping the vehicle from driving, you know? Like it's kind of sketchy to drive because this wheel bearing's loose. So that's what I'm gonna get started on. Wheel bearings and locking hubs. And then from there, I'll move on to the cosmetic stuff. I'm gonna get to work. All right, update on the wheel bearing situation. I changed these wheel bearings like a month and a half, 2 months ago, and I had noticed an issue, and this was the issue. These are the wheel bearing lock rings, and the teeth are just completely wiped out. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to order new lock rings, which I did, and here they are. I found them because I couldn't find these earlier. There's the teeth. And what happens is these lock in, and this one's also broken, so I ordered these things too. See the keyway, and this one's gone. So what happens is, use the old stuff. This goes onto the spindle, like so, and it tightens down into the wheel bearing. And then you get these little locking rings, and they go in this little slot, and then you got 4 bolts to tighten it down so they can't go anywhere. Well, here's the actual issue I didn't notice when I was working on it in the yard. The spindle stripped, so it needs a spindle. You know what that means? No one in the UP, no junkyard in the UP is going to have a spindle, a left-hand spindle for a 89 Dodge Raider. I even looked on CarPart. The closest one, actually, you know what? There's a spindle downstate. If I was downstate still, I'd have a spindle tomorrow. But that's 300 miles away from me right now. And there's actually a Dodge Raider that was released on Thanksgiving at Pontiac U-Pull or Sterling Heights US Auto. I don't know. And I was super excited for it, you know, just to see another Dodge Raider in the field to yank a bunch of parts off of. It's also downstate. So I posted on a Dodge Raider community page and a Mitsubishi Monteros of USA page asking if anyone in northern Michigan had a left-hand spindle for a Raider or I think a Ram 50. I'm probably not going to have any luck. So maybe I have to order one from someone used, or maybe eBay, and have it shipped in and wait for it, or I just bite the bullet and drive downstate and grab that one and hurry up and come back to finish this thing up. So I'm going to pause on the wheel bearings. I could do the other side, but I just need a break from wheel bearings. So get me something to eat, come back, and then start working on the fun stuff. Like, none of it's fun. The gas tank and the snorkel and my trail gear. Oh, here's my trail gears. Oh, my flash is still on. My little 2-quart oil holder and my battery tied on. Or something. I don't know. Yeah. Either way. Anyway. Okay. So I've come up with a solution for my spindle issue. Hopefully. I'm going downstate tomorrow. There are 2 options for, where's it at? Spindles for Raiders downstate. One of them should be on the shelf in my hometown, which is like great. You know, take 20 minutes of my time to do that. The other option is one that's at a pick and pull yard an hour south of where I'm going to be. I don't want to go with option 2 because it's very time consuming. If option 1 doesn't work, then option 2 it is. And I'm not leaving without a spindle. Well, I will if I absolutely have to. I really don't want to. So I'm going to try to kill like 6 birds with 1 stone on this next trip tomorrow. David needed these 2 sets of snows that I've had sitting. And he was like, when are you going to be down next? You know, I'll buy them off you. I'm like, I'm not sure. I'll let you know. So, well, I'm going to be down there, you know. So I'm going to have David try to pick up the spindle for me before they close tomorrow. If they can't, then I have to race to the pick and pull yard and pull one. So taking the 2 sets of snows down to David for him, picking up a spindle, and I've been needing tires for the OBS. I've mentioned that in the last couple videos. So here's the plan. I've swapped the Raider wheels onto the OBS. And I've went from like 90s No Country for Old Men truck to young kid that first got his OBS and now he can't afford anything but Steelies. So, dang it. They're great. They're great. Whoa! The hell? Freaked me out. Thought something was coming up behind me. This ain't Flint no more. I should be fine. Anyway, those will be great because we're supposed to get a snowstorm tomorrow. And the lady is going to be driving this because I'm not driving this truck downstate. Not after the last trip. I don't trust that rear end. It makes some noises. It still kind of stinks sometimes. So I do not want to get stranded downstate. I do not want it to become a 3-4 day adventure. Down back. It's my plan. So she's going to be driving this for the weekend. Well, I'm hoping to be back tomorrow, the same day, if not Sunday. So she's going to be driving the OBS. And I'm taking the Colorado down so I can know I can get home, you know? So back to the plan. The thing is up here, everything's expensive. I can get a better set of off-road tires for a better price with more tread downstate than I can up here. And tire shops up here are like 2 or 3 weeks out because there's only 3 tire shops in my... Only 3 for now. And they're all backed out or backed up. So I don't feel like waiting 2 weeks to get tires mounted because I can't really wait 2 weeks. I mean, look at these things. So I'm going to take these down with me as well as the snows, buy some tires, buy a spindle, get the tires mounted on these wheels, and then hang out with some buds, come home. And then I can get the Raider done. So I'm going to go in here and shut this door. I really want this Raider done Sunday, Monday. Like, I don't want to go to work Wednesday morning with the Raider not being done. So my main goal is to get the spindle and get tires for the OBS. Get this Raider done. Yeah, I mean, I don't really necessarily need all the cool parts, but I want to get as much stuff as I can done to this thing so I can cross this off the list. Because I can't work on an unimportant car, Saturn, Storms, Berettas, when all the all-season cars are down. I mean, the Ram's down because it needs a transfer case. I can't find a transfer case anywhere for sale. And I'm not going to a junkyard and spending $1,200 on one because the transfer case I want to go with is $1,200. But I just can't really afford that right now because I might have to do some drive shaft work. So I'm kind of stuck with the Ram. I need the OBS to be reliable daily. I can't not have a reliable daily. I need the Raider for a backup plus fun, and we need the bus for our business. So I need to get these 4 vehicles done before I can start on anything else. So I need to get this Raider done and crossed off the list. I need to get the OBS done, crossed off the list. Bus done, crossed off the list, and then Ram, and then I can work on all the other stuff. So that's my plan. I don't know if that was 6 birds with 1 stone, maybe 5. I'll figure something out. So I don't really know if I'm going to record much of me going downstate. These videos always end up being really long because I ramble them. Well, here we are, downstate. Not getting the spindle from the Tiger Auto Salvage, but because they crushed that one. But there's this one, and actually, the kid that used to own this one, and I should help David get the spindle off real quick and then update the video. Well, scored big. I got my spindle, and the threads are great. I got trim pieces because one of mine's broken. I got both side mirrors in good shape because both of mine are gone. I got another Weber carb with the adapter place for it, and the best part about it is these flares. These, I messaged the guy that used to own that Raider, and these flares are from New Zealand, made for Pajeros, and apparently they were super expensive to get new, and he'd got them with the Raider that he had bought a long time ago. So super score on the flares and the Weber, and of course the spindle, because this is why I came down here, really. This and tires, and we'll get to that tires in a second when we head back into town. All right, so we got back from the junkyard trip, I'm in the Colorado with a bunch of tires in the bed, and we are heading to the tire shop to get them swapped, unload some tires at David's, and then on to another thing. And I just wanted to say, I miss Flint. I do miss it out here. It's like it's just so free. Concrete jungle. I don't feel like cops are watching me, because they're not. So once we get up to the tire shop, I'll take a little clip of everything in the bed of the truck. I'm getting weird looks. Well, here we are. Look at this shit. Loaded down with tires. Alright, so I dropped all the tires off at David's house, and I dropped off my new tires and my OBS wheels at the tire shop. We're taking to Colorado to get tinted. That was one of the things the wife wanted, was the Colorado tinted. So, drop it off to get tinted. After I pick it up from getting tinted, I'm going to hang out with some buddies and yeah, see where we go from there. Alright, so update. A nice set of wheels for the Colorado popped up on Marketplace, an hour north of Jeff. So I messaged the guy and said, hey, I'm going to be heading to the UP tomorrow. You know, let me swing through and pick him up. And he didn't read the message, and then a few hours later he responded and said he's in Florida. He won't be back till the 21st. Maybe he can see if someone will meet up with me to get him. I said that'd be great, you know, like I said, this is about the time I'll be passing through. So I sent him this message and everything, and he it went clear. He hasn't received the message, so I'm just waiting for him to message me back. So I picked up I got these tires mounted on the OBS wheels, so we're excited about that, and I picked these up. Ooh, oh no, my lug nut. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in here right now, because oh, look at those things. They're gonna be sick for the Raider, especially with those flares. But as you can tell, something else happened. The guy finally messaged me and was like, yeah, I have my brother, you can come pick up these wheels. And I'm like, sick. So I raced up here, grabbed the wheels, drove down the road, and now I'm getting them mounted. I just can't, this video is supposed to be a Raider project video, and it turned into everything else. It's really windy, so I apologize, but check that out. Boy, those things set it off good. I love them. Time to get gas and finally head to the UP. This is, you can see better through the camera. Look at this. That's terrible. You can't see anything. All this for a spindle and some tires. Why do I put myself through this stuff? Alright, well, here we are. Made it home. Somehow. It was a disaster drive once we got up here. But what I'm excited to do here is to see the poke with these wheels on the Raider and the fender flares. So I'm gonna get this stuff unloaded and we're gonna test fit it. So good news is I really like the way the wheels look on the Raider. Very happy with the wheels. Bad news, I don't know if I can run the flares. They're extreme. They're crazy flares, you know, and I mean they're against the body. They're huge. I could run 2-inch spacers and maybe get a correct fitment, you know. I don't really want to run spacers. Yeah, I thought these wheels would be enough. And I could cut this off too, because I'm not going to have the factory bumper, but I don't know. The only other option is these. I steal these from the OBS and run these on the Raider. Those are 15 by 10, at least 0 offset, maybe negative offset, with 32, 11.5, 15 tires. Worst case scenario, I just get tires for the OBS down the road, or for these down the road, and then swap them. You know, because I like the wheels. I wouldn't mind those on the OBS, but these things right here make the OBS great. So, I don't know. I feel like these flares are for like those crazy snow machine trucks, you know, like those Iceland mountain snow avalanche climbing crazy wide tired snow trucks. I don't even know what they're considered. You know, I figured you guys know what I'm talking about. If not, here's a picture. Yeah, I don't know. These might just sit. I mean, maybe they'll be beneficial one day if I'm at solid axle swaps, you know? Maybe if I'm SAS in the front and I got an aftermarket axle, or not an aftermarket, but a different axle, a different factory axle in the rear, that those would be handy. Because I know that solid axles on these, I've seen some solid axle Raiders and the tires just stick way out. So maybe these would be beneficial to keep around for that. I don't know. I'm about to put an OBS wheel on it for funsies and see how that sits. Well, there you have it. These would be about perfect. Like, perfect. Oh no! What am I doing? Those would be perfect for this. For the flares. And you know, the only thing that I don't like about it, here's the thing. I would have to lift it up a little bit, I think, to clear those tires. I might have to sawzall a little bit, which I really don't want to do. I don't know. I might have the wrong flare on there. That might be for the front. I need to figure out the flares. I don't know. Not sure what I'm gonna do here. Maybe down the road I'll figure something out. The only thing I'm having an issue with really is it doesn't really, I mean, with the Chevy 17s on it, it looked like an Overlander kind of rally-ish vibe, whereas these right here look like the snowcross truck. Whoops. Or just like a off-roader, mud bogger. I don't know. I got some work to figure out. I got to see how much time I have left in this video, see what else I can get done in it. Time to put this video together and see what I have left. All right, well, I'm out of time like I anticipated. So, here's the ending. This went from Raider project video to Downstate adventure, get a whole set of wheels and tires for everything in the fleet adventure. Stuff happens. I don't know. Either way, right after this video, when I'm done recording this, I'm going to finish the video. And then we'll start working on this. So the video of me working on the Raider will be right after this video. Because I'm going to start working on it right now. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was fun. I had a good time. Everything went really smooth. It was kind of it was nice to have a smooth downstate adventure. And I got to see the friends again. And that's always great. And well, I mean, I've got killer deals. And now I have even more stuff. So, yeah. Plus the Colorado looks so good on those wheels. That's good. And the tires for the OBS are just good. And those new wheels are kind of cool on the Raider. Good? I'm not sure yet. I don't know. Anyway, stay tuned for the next video to figure out what I'm going to do. To see the Raider done. I'll have it done in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Check the description for links to Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. And see you in the next video.